Alright guys, welcome back to the Learn to Rope series. Today's video, talking about swinging the loop, swinging the rope. Alright, I think the beginning part of this video, we're going to start with like the most basic things. And towards the end, we're going to work our way up to more advanced. So, some typical things that people do when people are first starting is they've got their swing, their arm and their elbow are like way out in front of them, okay? Or people's hands are and arms are like straight up in the air, and they like just use their wrist, straight wrist, and like the rope doesn't even get around their wrist. Basically, to do that, you need to change your swing on, imagine you're roping a super big loop. Like if you made this rope as big as you could, you're gonna have really big swings all the way around your head, okay? You're also going to twirl your wrist from your 3 o'clock, your right shoulder, to 12 o'clock, your hand is turned over. This is how your wrist is, okay? This is what your wrist is. So from 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock, that's when your hand is turned over. Then from 12 o'clock back to 6, it's back, and then 3 to 12, that's how you turn the wrist, okay? So, and also swinging your rope kind of depends on what you're roping. Like if you're heading, your swing is gonna be a little bit different than if you're heeling, and if you're calf roping, or if you're roping the neck. All right, so actually I might need to make this into like a little extra series on how to swing the rope for the heading, the heeling, and the calf roping. All right, we're gonna start with the beginning stuff in this video. And okay, so all right, swinging the rope, hands turned over from 12 o'clock, that wrist, okay? And also your shoulders should kind of be square with what you're roping too, okay? With the horns. All right, so let's just I'm gonna make a really big loop right here. All right, I'm gonna make a rope. I'm gonna make a loop that's ginormous here, and I'm gonna swing it. And this is basically a good way for people that learning how to rope, man. You just look, you get you a huge loop, and if you can swing this thing around you, okay, it's is really exaggerating the correct motion for how to swing. All right, your arm is taking big circles around, okay? All right, so, okay, another tip. Usually, sometimes when people are first starting to swing the rope, they get like this little figure 8 in their loop. People get a little figure 8. So, here's a trick. You could put a backwards figure 8. All right, so you got your loop like this. To put a backwards figure 8, you're gonna grab this strand and you're gonna go around just like that. All right, that's a backwards figure 8. Let's see what happens if I swing this. It's got a backwards figure 8. That doesn't feel right to me, but if you got that problem, when I first started learning how to rope, I always got this little twist like a figure 8 because you weren't swinging it correctly. So I put a backwards figure 8 in it. But and it kind of counteracted that twist or that figure 8 I got. That's just a little weird now. But for some of you that are starting, that little trick, it might help you. All right, so hopefully you got the basics of just swinging the rope around your head. Okay, so on this video, we're gonna talk about swinging the rope for heading, okay? I might have to do another rope for swinging the rope on heeling. All right, and then swinging the rope for calf roping. All right, so look, when you're swinging your rope, typically my bottom strand comes right, I can visually see how it comes underneath those horns. All right. I don't want, if your rope swing is like this, that's probably too high. But from right here, I want to see the bottom strand of my rope come underneath those horns. That's what I do. So I'll start back here. Also, when you're swinging your rope, say you're farther back, look, my rope is higher, but when I get closer, I'm tilting it down a little bit towards my target. Okay? Some reason when people are getting taught on how to swing the rope on heading, they're taught to have like the right tip down like that. I tried that and I think I missed the left horn. People usually miss the left horn. That's like the number one thing people miss almost, is they miss the left horn. So I have my swing level with the horns. Okay? You want to have your swing level with the angle of the horns. Look, that's not really the angle of the horns. And you know, look, this right here is not the angle of the horns. That right there is not the angle. This right here is the angle that I want on the horns. Okay. So I think that might be pretty good video on swinging the loop. Y'all want to see me reach for one here? Bam, right there. All right, guys, there right there's a pretty good helpful video for anyone who's wanting to rope, get better at roping. Just a good video. So hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.